Please be advised that this video is for the sole purpose of entertainment. Any views are purely my own, are subjective and may not necessarily be true. I do, however, do extensive research for all of my videos. All photos have been found on the public domain. I am using them under the fair use and fair dealing guidelines. I urge everybody to do their own research. Well, hello, it's Murky Meg here. It's Saturday the 4th of January, and there's been a lot of talk at the moment on social media about whether or not Harry is in fact in a mental health facility in Canada rather than celebrating with his family. Now, we know that a lot of conspiracy theories do get bounded around, and while this one may have some substance behind it, I'm going to have a look into it and see what all the fuss is about. So it came about when Go Fake Yourself on Twitter, fantastic account. If you haven't found them, go and find them. They're brilliant. Found that another home near North Saanich, I think that's how you pronounce it, in Vancouver Island, had a really similar background and landscape to the photo that was provided of Harry and Archie. And while I agree, yeah, it really does look very, very similar, doesn't it? So it kind of got me thinking a little bit. Now, Harry has always struggled with mental health. That's not an issue. He's talked about it himself. So I wanted to just take these two photos and superimpose them and see exactly what happened. Now, allegedly, we've been told they're staying in Vancouver Island in Canada. And I say allegedly because you never really know with these two, do you? So much secrecy surrounds them, and because of their demand for privacy, they don't give much away. So, this particular mental health rehab centre is only a few miles away from where they're staying at this big old $14 million mansion that they have been lent or they're paying for. Nobody really knows, do they? A lot of people were comparing this view from the mental health facility with the photo of Harry and Archie and saying they do look strikingly similar. And they do. So I've superimposed them. So here we have one of the photos that were found of the mental health facility. And I've superimposed, or I've made the transparency of Harry and Archie very, very slight. So you can actually see one behind the other. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to almost jigsaw up the background of the landscape and the hills to see if they slot in together. And while at first I thought, yeah, they do. Oh, look, here we go. Yes. Oh, is it there? We've got that little dip, basically, of there, and it slots in. But what doesn't match up is there's that little tiny bit there. Could it be the pom-pom? It looks extremely similar. It's so strange that there is a landscape out there that has a beautiful spot to take a picture, and it's almost similar to Harry and Archie's photo. I don't know. All I can really say is that there, I originally thought, oh no, that really doesn't add up, but that's his pom-pom. Of course, I was being stupid. It was a bit of a hit hand on head moment. The landscape looks so similar to this, and that's what I can't get my head around. Then it got me to thinking, was Harry, in my opinion, could use a spell away from the limelight, away from everybody, because he's had some really iffy times recently. You remember at Well Child, he broke down on stage. Whether or not he broke down crying because he was emotional, some people believe that he broke down because teleprompter he was expecting something very different and he was laughing. Again, another conspiracy theory. Was he laughing? Was he crying? Did he genuinely break down and have a little bit of a moment? Who knows? He could have covered it up, going, I'm a bit kind of welled up here. It's so bizarre, these two. Then we have the South African documentary where he actually admitted that he still cannot face being around photographers and the paparazzi, where he admitted that every flashbulb, every click of the camera takes him back to when he lost his mother. That in itself screams that he needs some form of intense therapy to help him start healing. I mean, if he's still so wounded, and he actually said it was a festering wound, and we're talking 25 years ago nearly, when Diana died. If he's so traumatized, I think that he desperately needs some help. There are lots of people out there that have lost a parent, and they don't use it as victim status. And I think here lies the problem, is that Meghan, I believe, is a malignant narcissist. Maybe a sociopath narcissist. I haven't quite decided on that one. And we've been told by various blind gossip sites that she is completely controlling the way that Harry thinks and also acts around his family. So it's no surprise that, you know what, he needs a break, bless him. We all saw that Christmas video where he dressed up as Santa. When I saw that, I instantly thought, my Lord, how you've changed. You used to have a sparkle in your eye. You used to have a cheeky smile, and that is a face that is screaming, I'm not happy. And maybe he's not happy because of the intense media spotlight on them, but they've done that to themselves. If they hadn't hidden so much and said, no, I demand privacy, I need it, you cannot see this child, you cannot know anything about the birth of this child, the general public would have gone, oh yeah, there's Archie, oh isn't he lovely, isn't he a bonny baby? But by withdrawing information and actually shutting us out and saying, no, we want privacy, that's in it, enough is enough, then you start thinking, what's going on? And the thing is that if you can't see something, you desperately want to see it. It's human nature. So therefore, the media have drummed up this hype around them because they are being so secretive. So they are their own worst enemies, in my personal opinion. The fact is that they've taken this 6 weeks off that's now coming to 7.5. Nobody knows where they are, which in itself is quite bizarre. But because they have hidden themselves away and played games using social media and hide and seek and using the child to their own advantage when they want to manipulate the news and also grab headlines, the people are actively seeking them out. Now, if Kate and William went away, they'd say, do you know what, we're going to Mystique. But because they haven't been so secretive with their children, there isn't this level of intense interest because the British people and the British taxpayers' backs are up. And quite frankly, I don't think their longevity within the royal family is very long for this world. I actually think something's going on in the background and something's coming soon. I feel it in my waters. I can't say why that is. I have no facts about that. But this isn't normal behaviour from the royal family. It's a very weird thing at the moment. Watch this space. What do you all think of this situation, of the weirdness of the two landscapes? Do you think Harry's there with Meghan and Archie, having a wonderful time in Canada? Or do you think this is all smoke and mirrors? As always, let me know what you think. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell. Thank you to everyone that has donated to my channel. I'm overwhelmed with your generosity and kindness. Once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon.